is now time for the War Chamber! And now, the team that won the coin toss will send their first man to the War Chamber, and that team will have the advantage.
All-important moment here to find out who has the... Oh no!
Chicago!
BRG in the leadoff position.
Quiet, Dombrowski. He's got a microphone in his hand. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Take a good long look at the man who is about to dominate the War Chamber here tonight. Oh, hey, somebody, you want to keep talking?
Hey, wait a minute! He just stole that kid's crush!
Perfectly legal.
I have a weapon now.
What a despicable human being!
What a smart man, Dombrowski.
To pick on the most vulnerable person in this building!
Well, if he didn't want the crutch stolen, he should have brought it here.
God, stop that!
I don't care, Chicago! Who's man enough to step in the ring with the victorious BRG? But I can promise you, right here, tonight, that the Rogue Horsemen will walk away with sweet victory!
That's BRG's promise time in and time out as he's built this Rogue Horseman dynasty.
The first man to enter the War Chamber from the opposing team!
Again, Dombrowski, a big advantage here for the Rogue Horsemen. They're going to have the advantage of one man up throughout this matchup.
That's true, but that means BRG's got to get through the opening 5-minute period with this man, the man that brought in the Arab Thrash, the one-man militia, Matthew Justice. And Austin Justice is very experienced in War Chamber matches in the past. Keep in mind, he helped lead the Second Gear Crew at Cozy Max to a victory over the World Titan Federation inside the War Chamber. Matthew Justice is tailor-made for the lawlessness, the dangerousness. Anything he wants, Matthew Justice is bringing in weaponry.
Why is he bringing a table in the ring? And what's up with this belt? Is that made of bullets? Is that legal?
Matthew Justice stands tall with galvanized steel surrounding him, a reinforced barbed wire perimeter. This is the most dangerous match in all of Major League Wrestling. And Austin, the opening period will be 5 minutes in length. Matthew Justice, BRG can do whatever they want to one another in the confines of the War Chamber. And we know after that 5-minute period ends, the next man in the steel will be a member of the Rogue Horsemen. Those teams will alternate, sending men in every 2 minutes until all entrants are in, 8 in total. And then Austin, and only then, War Chamber officially begins its pinfall, submission or surrender. As you can see, these men are tightly locked in. And if you're BRG, if you're trapped with someone the likes of Matthew Justice, your life might be flashing before your eyes. BRG may have been trying to escape right as the match started, but Matthew Justice not letting it happen. Justice is in his element.
Yeah, safe to say we're not going to see a lot of wrist locks and hammerlock reversals in this one, Dombrowski.
Not in the least. Matthew Justice has always been against the grain. He's always fought against those that try to dictate their way of life on other people. He doesn't like BRG because BRG stands for an image. He stands for a style. He stands for all the pretty and safe things about pro wrestling, while Matthew Justice is a complete 180.
Well, yeah, BRG likes to talk the talk, and that's fine, but right now he's got to walk the walk in there with Matthew Justice, and right now he should probably find that crutch he brought in because it would do him some good.
Ryan Gosselin flung into the steel. Gosselin, of course, was the mastermind in so much of the domination of the Rogue Horsemen. We saw them kick things off. Oh, by injuring Paul London some months ago, putting him on the shelf. Remember how they bullied Paul Walter Hauser? Hauser getting a form of revenge, though, in Battle Riot when he dropped that elbow off the ladder through BRG and the table. It's why Hauser's not cleared to compete tonight. But, you know, he's watching it. Oh, hoping to be back kicking ass soon. But now he's got to watch BRG take back control. Gosselin with a counter. Justice hits that steal. And make no mistake about it, Austin, you know this as well as I do. BRG's not just another pretty face. He has a sinister side. He can be very dangerous, and we've seen that side step up in big ways. We've seen the Rogue Horsemen get the upper hand in Texas Tornado matches. We have seen First Blood matches where the Bomaye Fight Club fought back. Oh, these men have ravished one another in about every type of match stipulation you can think of, except for the War Chamber. That's tonight.
And you're seeing that side of him right now. Now he's got the crutch, and all he has to do now is just kind of bide the time before they have the man advantage.
Justice, throat first.
Wait, he's smiling at him.
My God. Matthew Justice, you know he's got no fear. You know, oh, he lives life on the edge of a lightning bolt. And it's Matthew Justice shrugging off the pain. I don't know if there's a way to hurt Matthew Justice. We'll find out.
Unfortunately for BRG, he's got this cage around him, because right now, if this was any other situation, he'd probably roll out and try to buy him some time, try to create some space. But right now, he's trapped in there, and he's trapped in there with a madman.
Now, see, this is smart by Matthew Justice as we come out to under 2 minutes to go in period number 1, because if Justice incapacitates BRG before we hit 0, before the next member of the Horsemen comes in, then Justice can still have a one-on-one puncher's chance.
I hate to say it, but that's a good point, Dombrowski.
And that's Matthew Justice in survival mode. It's how he's lived his entire life. He's not thinking about tomorrow. He's not thinking about hospital bills. He's not thinking about how he'll feel next week. He's living in the moment, and BRG as well. No choice but to go to the eye.
When all else fails, stick your thumb in his eye.
That seems to be your calling card.
Hey, it'll slow anybody down.
Think about how enraged and incensed BRG has been since he got put into that pool of honey in the honey trap match. Covered in feathers, embarrassed by Paul Walter Hauser and Paul London. BRG still a lot of rage to work off from that. Paul Walter Hauser on the injured list as a result of injuries suffered in that battle riot. Of course, Austin, we'll never forget that brawl throughout the outside of the ring. Bomaye, Rogue Horseman, Paul Walter Hauser.
Wait a minute here. Hold on a second.
Oh, Gosselin through the table. Both men jockeying. Justice got the advantage.
Yeah, how convenient Paul Walter Hauser won't be part of this match because he's got a broken coccyx and he's not going to be here tonight. Poor guy.
Well, he's hurt, but he's certainly here in spirit as Matthew Justice feeds off of the energy of a sold-out Cicero Stadium. And the question now, will Justice be prepared for whomever comes next, as we are under 10 seconds away from the next period, and that means the Rogue Horsemen, they won the coin toss, they send the next man.
I mean, my God, look at the carnage we already have, and the match has just gotten underway. Oh, here we go. C.W. Anderson, a man who knows how to swing a bat. You know, this guy's a very accomplished baseball player. I bet you didn't know that, Dombrowski. Hit 34 home runs. He only batted $196, but look at him swinging that bat.
Yeah, he's swinging for the fences here, and he's got the crutch as well. War Chamber experience for C.W. Anderson, 2003. Teaming with Barry Windham, P.J. Walker, Simon Diamond, Steve Carino, the Extreme Horsemen, when they battled Sabu, Dr. Death, Steve Williams, the Sandman, Bill Alfonso, and Terry Funk. C.W. can get violent.
Yeah, this guy's seen it all. He's been in the ring with the best of the best and the toughest of the toughest. So he's in his element right here.
What happened to first MLW Tag Champions?
That's legal.
It is. And C.W. is one of those rare athletes, Austin, that looks like he ages in reverse. I've never seen him better than he has been in this latest MLW run.
Absolutely. I think it's something in the Anderson blood. And here you go. Here's the advantage we talked about now. 2-on-1. Matthew Justice, all he can do now is hope to survive.
Yeah. You can see the welts and the bruises form on Brett Ryan Gosselin's body as we are under 1 minute to go until Matthew Justice will have some help. But to your point, Austin, you could do a hell of a lot of damage in a minute plus. We don't know if Justice will be conscious by the time backup arrives.
I don't know that I've ever seen a broken table get broken again.
I notice Justice still defiant.
And remember, this advantage for the Rogue Horsemen is going to be for the entire match until all the men are in the ring.
Yeah, the only hope that Justice and Bomaye and Paul London can have is to have those odds evened every other period, but 5 seconds away. Now the tough question, if you're part of this team, who do you send?
Whoever's got the weapons. He's got no weapons.
It's Alex Kane. He's got 100 different weapons in his arsenal, and it's called being a suplex assassin. Former MLW World Champion Alex Kane is chucking bodies. And Alex Kane has so much to fight for because he watched his Bomaye Fight Club crumble under the oppression of a crooked regime led by Eric Bischoff. And who was there to reap the benefits? Who was there to mock them, to laugh in their face? It was BRG and the Rogue Horsemen who benefited the most from Bomaye's weakness.
We see her, Kane right there just took his eye off the prize for just a minute. And he paid for it with a kick right in the mouth.
And you can see, that barbed wire unraveling because it's sticking to the bodies of these athletes. And the barbed wire comes completely off at that point as Kane, that may be a blessing for Alex Kane. Reverse suplex. Justice, by the way, has already been lacerated, and this matchup technically, Austin, hadn't even officially begun.
That's right, it doesn't officially begin until everyone's in the ring, so this is all preliminary damage.
Barbed wire surrounding the perimeter of this ring, so nobody gets in and nobody gets out until their time comes. And Kane and BRG, remember all the times Kane called BRG Ellen DeGeneres?
Oh, you think that's funny, don't you?
I think it's funny because it got under Brett's skin. It showed his insecurities. BRG's a great athlete, but as a human being, leaves a lot to be desired. And that wasn't the Anderson left, but the right sure isn't anything to sneeze at.
They say Alex Kane was looking really good until right about then. And now, in a few seconds, the advantage for the Rogue Horsemen once again.
And this is even more pivotal because the Rogue Horsemen, at least for a moment, already have the advantage in the ring as their numbers go to 3-on-2. Kickboxing practitioner, the veteran, Bobby Fish. I don't know if there's anybody in this match, Austin, that knows more different ways to hurt you than Bobby Fish does.
And he's going to show you one right there. Nice belly to back suplex right on Alex Kane's head. You see Bobby Fish is the fresh man right now, just one step ahead, using those lethal kicks, punches, and anything else he has in his arsenal.
Yeah, Bobby Fish is not shy about throwing those strikes. He has done it all over the world.
That dragon screw leg whip right there, that looked nasty.
Bobby Fish has said the Rogue Horsemen are the disruption MLW desperately needs,
now look at this,
but won't admit to.
Got the figure 4 on him. He does not have to break that.
Yeah, and you know what? If Matthew Justice submits,
it doesn't matter.
Nothing. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. He can be yelling, "I quit." CW does not have to let that go.
But certainly, you got to think of Matthew Justice, the danger he possesses, diving from high places, the reckless devil-may-care style. If you take away those legs, you may take away some of Justice's unpredictability. Bobby Fish, the rear naked choke on Alex Kane, and that's a move Alex Kane has perfected. He's won the world title with that. Bobby Fish is getting in the head of the leader of Bomaye.
Tell you what, right now the Rogue Horsemen firmly in control, dominating this match.
Making the most of the numbers game, and this is, let's be honest, how the Rogue Horsemen have always functioned best. Manipulate the numbers, 3-on-2, 4-on-2, whatever they could do, but back up on the way.
Hey, Dombrowski, it's a good strategy.
And speaking of strategy, here's the chief fight strategist of Bomaye, all 6'7" of Mr. Thomas.
Well, Mr. sure came with a whole package of weapons with him.
power slam. Mr. Thomas steps up big when the stakes are high. Keep in mind his show-stealing performance and the gravity gamble where he put his body on the line in a big way. Thomas in a similar mindset tonight.
And that chair just had no effect on him.
Yeah. Thomas, it's like he's made of bricks. And he's had to sit by the sidelines and watch BRG gloat and brag and take advantage of every situation.
Hey, these idiots know there's no tags in this match, right?
But there's teamwork, there's solidarity. Oh, bending a metal crutch. A crutch that PRG stole, by the way, from someone who needs it.
Tell you what, those broken table pieces are pretty dangerous. That metal that encases it. Well, watch out, hey, incoming.
They find out firsthand. Yeah, jagged edges, screws, nails.
I mean, it's a smart move because listen, the ring's getting filled up pretty quick. There's not much room to move in there. Let's get do a little housekeeping, get rid of some of this carnage.
No doubt, as time begins to tick down once again. Who is going to have the advantage when we hit zero? Bobby Fish is bleeding. As he and Kane go toe-to-toe, nobody wants to budge. Faction warfare. Who's the most dominant group in Major League Wrestling? Thomas with some nunchuck.
Are you laughing? You think that's funny, Dombrowski?
I didn't mind it.
I don't think that's funny.
Thomas has a tennis racket.
Here we go.
No laughing matter here. Brock Anderson. And think about how much experience his dad has in similar matches like this. Arn Anderson was always in the lead-off position, oftentimes battling the likes of Dusty Rhodes back in the 1980s inside of team steel cage matches.
Yeah, you talk about someone who's got a vendetta. Brock was busted open real bad at our last event, and he's coming for some blood himself.
That was a scary amount of blood lost. Again, the chaos. Even Battle Riot could not control the hatred and contempt these two factions have for one another. The only way to settle it is the confines of War Chamber. And keep in mind now, the numbers are 4-on-3. Advantage Rogue Horsemen, one more man to enter for Team Justice, Kane, and Thomas. And then War Chamber officially begins, but what will be left? Thomas being choked out. Justice has lost an incredible amount of blood, and Kane to be broken in half by Gosselin swinging that ball bat.
Yeah, if you're the Rogue Horseman right now, you want to take advantage of this last moment before the War Chamber officially starts. Do as much damage as you can, incapacitate these men so that you have a firm advantage.
Look at Gosselin!
Wear him out. Wear him out.
There's a malice. There's a remorselessness to BRG. Oh!
I think C.W. Anderson taught Gosselin some a few new techniques on how to swing that baseball bat. That was pretty impressive.
Don't get it mixed up, Austin. BRG has a very dark, very ugly side when he is pushed. And he's been humiliated, he's been embarrassed, he's been challenged, he's been laughed at and mocked.
Yeah, you just laughed at him, Dombrowski, yeah.
Oh,
you're part of the problem.
He's got bigger problems than me right now, I guarantee. And one is 6 seconds away. And one is the catalyst of how this whole thing began to escalate.
This goofball.
Paul London is the final entrant.
And now, the final battle begins!
Paul London was injured and put on the shelf thanks to the Rogue Horseman, his trainee, his mentee, his student, Paul Walter Hauser. Much the same effect. London's here looking for retribution as the final battle begins.
Yeah, I just can't believe he wore that authentic Freddie Mercury suit he bought off of auction for this match. He's gonna get blood all over that thing. Probably worth thousands of dollars.
And we go back where we started. BRG trying to get away, but Paul London, there's nothing up there but barbed wire, Brett.
Yeah, that's not where you want to be.
Nope. From bad to worse, as Gosselin goes skull first. Bobby Fish trying to bail out his boy. And Brett fires back. Man, this is so dangerous.
Wait a minute. Oh, look at that. It's like Paul London's getting some of that barbed wire.
Yeah, Bobby Fish, the assist, took the legs out of London. And London being raked violently. in mind, War Chamber, the final battle has officially started. Pinfall, submission, or surrender. It is not elimination. One decision will render one of these teams victorious and the final survivors in this warfare.
Yeah, escaping the cage does nothing here but put your team at a disadvantage. You got to beat somebody to win this match.
Brock Anderson, this type of match is in his blood. CW, back in the first War Chamber, back in the day, the Andersons are tag team wrestling personified, even in an environment where the tag rules go out the window like this.
Like Paul London was busted open by that barbed wire. He's bleeding.
There's no doubt. There's no way.
Red Cross should have set up a truck outside. They could have got some blood donations from these guys.
And now you see the tempo slows as the consistent numbers advantage really starts to wear on Justice, Kane, Thomas, and London. The Rogue Horsemen.
Just a methodical beatdown, what you said. Slow the pace down. That works in the Rogue Horsemen's favor. They're firmly in control. This is their kind of match. This is what they do.
And we have, what, 3 or 4 men bleeding at this point in this matchup, and CW showing off the scars on Matthew Justice's face. Man. CW firing away. We're taking you up close and personal into the War Chamber. High risk be damned, because this is an MLW staple. Oh, Alex Kane, German release suplex to Bobby Fish. Alex Kane showing life, a second suplex.
This guy's suplexing everybody.
He's got over 100, we could be here a while.
Where's he getting all this energy from?
Those deep crotches, those high throws. Kane's got excellent form as an offensive explosion from the man behind Bomaye.
Wait a
What is
minute.
this?
Hey!
Alex Kane
Wait a second.
just drilled the cameraman.
Guy's just doing his job.
Alex Kane has lost his rabbit-ass mind.
I guess that's what happens when you get too close to the action.
And we said there'd be casualties, there'd be victims, there'd be injuries in War Chamber. We never said it was limited to just these 8 fighters.
Yeah, let's get some help for that cameraman.
Yeah, we're scrambling to get another camera op in place into the chamber because this kid needs help. Yeah,
Can we get someone down here? I know there's EMT and standby in the back. Can we get some down here and help this guy out? Guy was just doing his job.
it's an unfortunate situation, and we hope
Here
he's
we
not
go.
seriously hurt.
Here we go.
But there will be victims as War Chamber explodes once again. Fists are flying. So much pride at stake, so much territory on the proverbial Major League Wrestling map. When you think championships, rankings, you think stroke, you think opportunities. War Chamber can make or break your career. It has shortened careers many times in the past often.
That's why I wish Paul Walter Hauser was in it. Shorten his career.
stop.
He'd be over with.
Paul London, the mushroom stomp. Violent reaction. BRG jumps to the canvas.
But listen, there's a lot of bad blood here, right? Each team wants to state their claim. They want to get rid of these guys. Here we go, CW. Oh, Bobby Fish. Bodies are everywhere.
My God. Rogue Horsemen. Oh, and Kane drops Fish. Oh, Kane is feeling it. This is the best Kane has looked.
Yeah, he's feeling it right now.
In a long,
He's feeling that.
Hey. Oh, Justice explodes. You can never count out the former openweight champion.
Spinebuster.
Anderson special. CW can change the mood instantaneously. Watch Mr. Thomas.
Oh!
Side crescent kick, caught him in another spine buster. And that's 6'7", about 260 that Brock just drilled.
Yeah, that's a big man to get up. Here we go.
Got him here. Oh, 2 count only. Think about the bragging rights of the Rogue Horsemen if they're victorious.
Just think amazingly we're this much far into the match, and that's the first actual pinfall attempt we've had.
Yeah. It shows you they want to hurt, they want to maim, they want to end career. Wait a minute, they got zip ties.
There we go. Using their brain. That's what the Andersons do.
Zip tying Mr. Thomas to the steel bars. There's nowhere to go.
I love it.
Oh, and if Thomas is neutralized, we're back to essentially 4-on-3.
I love it.
And London trying to help out Thomas before it's too late. This is a fire in Paul London I haven't seen in a long time.
I think at a certain point, he's lost a lot of blood, just probably run on instinct at this point.
Oh, not to mention the blood in the eyes.
Uh-oh. Oh, what a counter.
What a DDT! Stereo to both Andersons. But what does Paul London have left?
I mean, that was a huge counter for London, considering Mr. Thomas is caught up there, zip-tied to the... Wait, did he get free?
But Thomas...
I think Paul might have got him free.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, CW caught it.
Yeah, CW's right back at it.
Well, that's the thing about the 4-on-3 advantage. If Thomas is neutralized, there's someone to watch over him.
Wait a second, look at Matthew Justice.
Matthew Justice.
He's got something in mind here.
Oh, you never know what Matthew Justice is thinking as he goes coast to coast on Bobby Fish. And we may not be done yet.
This guy's insane.
The Horsemen think they can dictate who stays and who goes, and who has the CW. Hurls that chair, shades of his one-time War Chamber rival, Sabu.
That was his 89-mile-an-hour curveball he threw that chair with.
And look at the current condition of Team Justice, Bomaye, and London.
Tell you what, right when I thought the Rogue Horsemen were in trouble, they've turned it back around.
Gosselin talking trash to London. Oh, wait a minute, that's a steel chain! London is wide open. He can't defend himself. His
do it again.
And Brock Anderson, that is a heavy, heavy reinforced chain. Just lay it with.
Oh
no! That Anderson right hand just knocked Gosselin.
That's got to be because of the sweat. He slipped right out of his arms like that.
Well, whatever it was, Gosselin won't realize it for quite some time because he doesn't know where he is. Wait a minute!
He's at the top of the cage.
Matthew Justice on top of the cage. Oh, here we go. Buy the ticket.
What
Take
the?
Matthew Justice, the most death-defying athlete in Major League Wrestling. But that's not good enough. You gotta pin somebody. You gotta submit. Oh, Thomas
boy.
just broke free.
Big trouble. Big trouble.
Oh, an explosive clothesline. BRG knew he was cooked before he even turned around. And a spear.
Uh-oh. Not where BRG wants to be.
All the power.
Oh.
A jackhammer. And that's on Bomaye. Thomas, Kane, Justice, and London.
Your winners of the War Chamber, Matthew Justice, Paul London, Alex Kane, and Mr. Thomas.
Wow. Wow, what? I can't believe the amount of punishment both these teams took during this match, and I hate to say it, but Justice, Kane, Thomas, London, they earned that victory here in the War Chamber.
Well, sometimes it's about who wants it the most or who's willing to sacrifice the most to fight for what they believe in. All four of these men at various points in their careers, and especially these past 8 months, have been outcast and looked down on and cast aside and told you aren't good enough. But tonight, they stand tall, victors in War Chamber. Let's take a look back at some of the brutality. The replay as Brett Ryan Gosselin thrown around the War Chamber. Even our cameramen weren't safe. All-out war. The stakes kept escalating, but the chain of Brock Anderson knocking Brett Ryan Gosselin down, and Mr. Thomas puts the finishing touches on. And whoa, Brett just pushed Brock. I'm not sure if Gosselin's even in his right mind after that punch, but he's blaming Brock for the chain.
Well, he's blaming Brock for the chain, but he's the one who didn't hold the man. Blame anybody, blame himself. Do some more push-ups.
Well, yeah, London had escaped the clutches of Brett Ryan Gosselin. Bobby Fish and C.W. Anderson trying to be peacemaker, and Brett's getting in C.W.'s face.
Listen, you know, adrenaline, emotions running high. These guys just went to war. They came up short. Of course they're upset. Whoa, whoa.
We told you Brett is a hothead. He's DDT. Brock Anderson just dropped his fellow Horseman. And Brock Anderson is walking away from the pack.
Wow.
What does this mean? We know War Chamber can shorten, if not end, careers. Have we seen the last ride of the Rogue Horsemen after they fall to Justice London and Bomaye?